Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call the April 16th meeting of the Common Council to order. I will ask the clerk to call the roll to determine a quorum.
Alderperson May.
Here.
Probst.
Here.
Reinke.
Here.
Rote.
Here.
Sangstack.
Here.
Vitale.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Barzak.
Here.
Jablonski.
Here.
Lysick.
Here.
10 present, none excused.
We have a quorum. Alderman May is going to lead us in the pledge, and unfortunately, I'm going to ask for another moment of silence after the pledge for not only the fire victims, but also for the victims in Boston.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have no public hearings this evening, so we will go right into citizen participation. This is the opportunity for residents to address the council on any matters of interest to them. Is there anybody who wishes to address the council?
Do I have to sign in?
Yes. No.
Just
Mr.
quick. Because we've had such a terrible spring, we have extended the spring cleanup to May 12th. Even though it's not going to help too much this week, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, there people will be able to get caught up in their work.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Are there any other people wishing to participate in citizen participation this evening? Okay, seeing none, we will close citizen participation. And we will move on to item F on our agendas. Our recess meeting, our standing committees will be meeting. Those room numbers are on page 1. And we'll go on to item F, the mayor's report. I want to start by briefly extending condolences on behalf of the city to the families and friends of the 3 young lives lost in that house fire last Thursday, as well as the victims of the attacks in Boston yesterday. Moving on to some good news, I want to congratulate the Chamber of Commerce, Citizen of the Year, Business of the Year, and the Young Professionals of the Year. They had their awards dinner last weekend, and the owner of Antigua Latin Restaurant was, the owner was Citlali Mendieta Ramos. She was the Citizen of the Year. And our Business of the Year was Creative Business Interiors, which started in a small office space and now has located their corporate headquarters here in West Allis. And we had 2 very deserving young professionals, Pam Zorko and Dan Moss, both who have been involved in Christmas parades and Candy Cane Lane and just about every community event that you can imagine. So I want to congratulate them and thank them for being good citizens. Wrapping up on our St. Baldrick's event, we ended up with 12 heads shaved, and we raised over $7,800, which brings our total over 4 years to over $38,000 towards childhood cancer research. I want to thank all the shavees. You'll see a little bit less hair on the council this evening. And also the volunteers. Suzette's Hair Care for You on National Avenue volunteered, and Sport Cuts in St. Francis also volunteered. And there's one reminder that this Saturday, April 20th, is the citywide cleanup. Everybody can meet at the police substation at 69th and National by Veterans Park. It begins at 9 o'clock and it concludes around noon with lunch provided by Topper's Pizza. That concludes the mayor's report. Do we have any alderperson's comments this evening?
Mayor Devine?
Alderman Probst?
When I was running for election, I ran on the idea that we would hold listening sessions in the 2nd District to bring in citizen participation, to try to include a little bit more of our residents in matters that concern our city. getting some feedback. And Alderman Weigel was gracious enough to join me in that endeavor, and for the last year, we've been holding these listening sessions on the first Thursday every month. And I will be sad to say that these listening sessions will conclude with the May meeting. I did this for an entire year, and unfortunately, during the greatest meeting of participation, we had a grand total of 8 citizens. So altogether, unfortunately, we haven't had the turnout that I would have appreciated and I would have liked. So from now on, any member of the 2nd District that wishes to reach us will be doing so in the same fashion as all the other districts and contacting either Alderman Weigel or myself. So those of you interested in attending our last listening session on May 2nd, please do so in the library's Constitution Room at 7 p.m. Thanks.
Thank you, Alderman. Any other alderpersons' comments, report?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Weigel.
I just want to draw everyone's attention on the council tonight to item 27 on the agenda. It's a communication. We get communications all the time from people or business groups or whatever. And this one particularly is from the Wisconsin Underground Contractors Association, which may sound kind of, inside baseball-ish or whatever, but it raises a point that I think most people aren't getting. They're not getting the gist of it. The city of West Allis buys our water that we resell, the utilities resells to our citizens, our customers, from the city of Milwaukee. And the city of Milwaukee charges a wholesale rate to the city of West Allis. And ideally, they would take the money that they make selling this water to us to maintain their water infrastructure, to make sure that the water is there for us to get. Well, last year, the city of Milwaukee took $12 million of that money and diverted it to their general fund. So, in essence, we have water utility users from 16 suburban counties, including everybody in West Allis that buys water, supporting the general tax fund for the city of Milwaukee. Like I said, it's an odd thing. Well, not odd. It's just a kind of again, inside baseball thing, but it's an important. They've been diverting money that they should be using to support their water infrastructure. That water gets from their pumping stations and their purification plants to our city through their infrastructure. If that infrastructure fails, the city of West Allis, we have water in our towers that would carry us for a period of time, but it's potentially catastrophic, especially in the event of an emergency. These rates are dictated by, I believe, the Citizen Utility Board or the Public Service Commission, or both. And a phone call to your state elected official or a letter or an email would go a long way. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Are there any other alderpersons' comments?
Mayor Devine.
Alderman Lysick.
Ms. Clerk, are there any additions or corrections to tonight's agenda?
Agenda item number 26 should be a joint referral to include the Administration and Finance Committee.
I would then move for approval of the agenda as amended.
Second.
There is a motion with a second by Alderman Reinke. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Mayor Devine.
Alderman Lysick.
I move for approval of the minutes of the Common Council regular meeting of April 2nd, 2013.
Second.
There's a motion with a second by Alderman May. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I'll ask for a motion to place items 1 and 2 on file and refer 3 through 8 to the city attorney.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Alderman Probst, second by Alderman Weigel. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Standing committee reports, we have none.
Mayor Devine.
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we stand in recess until conclusion of the committee meeting.
Second.
There's a motion and a second by Alderman Sengstock. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are in recess.